Yes, I know this review is about a week late. Apologies for that, but here you go anyway. Insurgent, the second movie in the Divergent series. Yes, this is a follow-up film to Divergent, starring Shailene Woodley and Theo James and a bunch of other people. I only just saw Divergent actually for the first time last week, so it's all kind of fresh in my head, so it'll be good to be able to look at how this movie does a good job following up the first one. So this movie basically starts up from kind of where the last movie leaves off. So Triss's brother Caleb, his father, and token douchebag Peter have all escaped and have seeked refuge in the Amity faction. So the rest of the movie is basically Triss and Four running around to different factions trying to avoid being caught by Janine and her soldiers, because Janine is hunting down the most powerful Divergents so she can get them to open up a super special box. For someone who hasn't read the book series Divergent, I actually really like this series so far. Yeah, people might think it's super dramatic, maybe even this one, even more so, but I dig it. I really like it for some reason. Compared to the other young adult novel series that's now a movie series, The Hunger Games, I like Divergent a lot more. And I think the main reasons for that is A, because Divergent is much more contained, so it's easier to focus on more specific stuff, and B, there is no stupid love triangle. And I really don't mind the love story between Triss and Four because there's no BS. They are in love with each other, and it also doesn't, it's not the main focus of the entire movie or the entire series. There's actually a lot of focus on Triss as an actual character. Unlike Hunger Games, where of course there is focus on Katniss, but a lot of that is the love triangle, and I find that annoying. But anyway, back to Insurgent specifically. It's got a lot of good action scenes in it too, and it's stylized, but in a cool way that's not too distracting and fits in with the sci-fi-ness of the movie. It's a good sequel too. Follows up nicely from the first one. It is kind of tough to imagine that Triss from the beginning of Divergent is the same Triss in Insurgent, but you know, it's believable to a point. Acting wise, I do like Shailene Woodley in this movie a lot. The standout for me is Miles Teller as Peter. I actually like his character more in this movie. He's still a douche, but there's a little more to him, which I like. And I really do like Kate Winslet as Janine. She makes a hell of a bad guy, and she's an interesting character. I guess the one thing for me with this movie is that the ending is a little too conclusive, especially since there are going to be two more movies, one based on the last book, but of course it's being split up into two parts because that's the trend now. But still, I haven't read the Divergent series, so I assume that is how the second book ends. But I guess it's good for the overall storyline of this movie to basically wrap up. But yeah, for the most part, I dug this movie a lot, and I will totally be seeing the next two. So yeah, I'm gonna give Insurgent a nice and a half. Again, super thrilling, really engaging, no real problems with pacing, it's pretty smooth. You could say it's a little melodramatic, but even for a film series based on a young adult sci-fi novel series, it could be a lot more melodramatic. Again, for some reason, I didn't have any issues with that. So, what did you guys think of the movie? Have you read the Divergent series, and do you think that the movie series so far is pretty good good representation of it. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And yes, I am super sorry that this is a week late. Again, I'm in school, so I have a bunch of stuff going on. It's sorry. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon. Toodles!